But then they had this exhibition of portraits of Manchester icons, people like Victoria Wood, yes, Sir Bobby Charlton, Caroline Ahern, and others. Do you want me to use this? One second. Caroline, you said the zip. The zip is coming down now. Da, 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 da. Okay. Is that okay? Can you hear? Good. Okay. So they had all this, and there's escalators. If any of you've been to Deansgate Castle, there's escalators going down. So you come off the tram to GMEX. I'll always call it GMEX, and you had these brilliant Stanley Cho cartoonized heroes, big posters of them, going all the way down the escalator. And if I'm correct in my memory, they were all brilliant people, comedians and scientists, footballers, even a Gallagher brother or two. And then you get to the bottom, and that's when I saw her, Professor Erin Mabel. Now, back then, I had no idea who she was, and I didn't understand why she had been recognized. But I just understood that I'd seen a black woman, head tie and all, and she was being celebrated as one of the city's greats. And to me, what that meant was, here in Manchester, I too could be considered a great. That's the power of representation. Because you never know whose future you are shaping simply by being visible. And since getting to know Erima, I've realized that her portrait was only telling a small fraction of her story. Following the tragic murder of a close friend, Erima and her husband, Cheeky Raymond. Oh, he didn't. Oh, tragic shooting of a close friend. Erima and her husband, Raymond, founded Charisma, bringing communities, public services, and young people together. She gave communities a voice. Remember the themes? A voice. She had the courage to confront violence, created pathways to freedom from fear, and in doing so, built a legacy that continues to shape Manchester today. She embodies all four of this year's themes. She has spent decades building safer communities, championing racial equity, mentoring younger people, and showing what community leadership really should look like. Along the way, she's become recognized with an MBE for services to the community, appointed Deputy Lieutenant of Greater Manchester, made an honorary professor at the University of Salford, recognized as one of Britain's everyday heroes, and became the first woman in the 150-year history of Manchester Town Hall to be honoured with a permanent sculpture. It was a sculpture cast from over 50 surrendered guns, transforming symbols of violence into a lasting symbol of peace. But if you know Erima, you'll know that none of those accolades define her. Legacy. I honestly can't think of anyone who embodies it more completely than Erima. If legacy is measured by the footprint...
Works for today that I've written, because I write poetry to relax and shut my brain down. It's great, isn't it, to brain dump and then make it rhyme. Not as good as yours, but it's something. So I'm going to read a little bit about that, and then I'm going to go through the process of the pledge. and the 4 pillars of that pledge. And you're going to read that pledge. You don't have to put your hand up and go, I solemnly swear.
Is there no Bible?
Yeah, well, there is. We've crafted our own little Bible. We've crafted our own little Bible, which I'm going to show to you in a minute. And then once we've done that, I'll give the floor to Arinma to say a few words. And then there might be sort of a little thing afterwards before you sit down. So that is me giving you the snapshot of the next grassroots initiative that helps slash regional gun crime by a staggering 92%. Oh, yes, that's a
Yes, exactly.
Her work quite literally rewrote the future for thousands of young people across the city. Her incredible legacy is carved directly into Manchester's history. She's the first living woman, like we've said, and the first black woman to be honoured with a permanent statue in Manchester. And on my way down to the loos when it was in that part, because it was on the stairs, I'd go, hiya! And people thought I was a bit weird, but it drew attention to it, right? Me being a weirdo by your statue, went, who's that? And people will go and have a look at it. So that's really good. So my weirdness paid off.
You're welcome. That's what she said. She said, you're welcome. Yeah.
In a powerful twist, that statue was crafted from the melted steel confiscated. Oh, I'm going to read my little poem.
Are you ready?
It's an extract. Don't judge me, because I'm not like you. So the extract is from Bridging the Gap. I did this last week in London for the Rising Stars Awards. And as I was reading it, I thought, I could actually take some of the actual verses and use them today. So it kicks off. So here's to those who hold the door, then wait to welcome one friend more, who see potential, not just place, and lead with kindness, heart and grace. For every hand that's stretched behind can change a life, a dream, a mind. And every champion, bold or slight, creates a future shining bright. So let's build bridges wide and strong, where every voice knows it belongs. Because the greatest leaders you'll ever meet leave footprints for another pair of feet.
I thought that was brilliant.
Now, Arinma, can you get up and come and join me over here, please? Put your windows on, love. Okay. Do you like our official?
Oh,
Do you like that? Take a photograph. It's called.
I love Carolyn.
Yeah. So I wrote these based on my experience from a heritage point of view, but also as well from my sort of wiki diversity and research point of view. So all of this, Arinma, and I'm going to pass you the mic. This is your honour pledge. Everybody's going to do this honour pledge when they become inducted into the Hall of Fame. 4 pillars I've put in. Lift as you climb. Champion digital inclusion. Break systematic barriers. And protect the legacy of this of the community. What are your thoughts on that?
Brilliant.
Right. Yeah? Okay, so you start with and you don't have to do it in a silly voice like I do. I'm going to hand this over to you, and you start with, as an inductee into the Black Tech Expo Hall of Fame. This is not legally binding. Just saying. I know. You can put your hand on it.
Okay, so good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Do you want me to hold it as well?
You can hold it, yeah.
I want to hold
Okay. I'll get out of shot because no one wants that.
it. Okay. So, the Black Tech Expo Global Hall of Fame Honour Pledge. As an inductee into the Black Tech Expo Global Hall of Fame, I solemnly pledge to lift as I climb, By actively mentoring, sponsoring and opening doors for the next generation of Black innovators and leaders. Champion digital inclusion and community empowerment, ensuring technology serves as a tool for equity, justice and positive social change. Break systematic barriers by using my platform, voice and influence to challenge underrepresentation and foster truly inclusive spaces. Protect the legacy of this community, of our community and of our communities. Collaborating with fellow change makers to build a sustainable, thriving future for Black excellence in Greater Manchester. This is my commitment to my community, my peers, and the future leaders who will follow in our footsteps.
Can you what? Yeah. Just 1 second. So I'm going to hand the floor to you. You've got some words to say. I'm going to hand over to you, and yeah, knock 'em dead.
Okay. Yes, first of all, thank you. It is an honour, to be here and to represent and, to be recognised yet again. And I think, and I'll say this to everyone, and it's for everyone, to be recognised by your own peers, by your own community, actually means, it really does touch the heart. It means a lot. It really does mean a lot. Because you want to be able to share, that's what we should be doing, sharing, our knowledge, our wisdom, our successes with our own. Just very quickly, I remember when I got my MBE, Her Majesty the Queen gave it to me. And, I'm not, at least then I wasn't, a royalist, but my mother was. My mother was a royalist through and through. Even when Lady Diana died, she rang me like 3 o'clock in the morning, screaming and crying. I thought a member of our family had passed away. But anyway, and so even when I was my mother passed away before I got my MBE. And when I was there in Buckingham Palace, that really, really touched me. It's when I broke down crying, because I was thinking, I should be sharing this, with my mom. I should be sharing it, with other people. So, lift as I climb. That is something I've always tried to do, and I always do actually. Because yes, I do go to quite a lot of spaces where there's only one person that looks like me, and that's me, And I do, I'm one of those people that think, well, if I'm here, why are you not here? And why are you not here? So I will stretch that hand, to help anybody else to be here or to be there, because I think we all deserve to be there. We have a right, to be there. And so it is about us, lifting each other as we climb. Because I know, again, there's a stereotype that we don't do that. We're like crabs in a barrel. And there are some people in our communities that are like that. If I want to be honest, they are. But then those of us who don't like that, and who think it shouldn't be like that, we're the ones that need to change that, by bringing others up with us. Even if sometimes you will find that you will bring others up, and they kind of like try to do this.
Oh my God, yes.
They'll be, pushing you to the back. But you know what, you say to yourself, that's okay. Because I know I brought you here. Even if you don't recognize that I brought you, I know I did. So that's fine. You let them do what they're doing. Because one day they will still turn around and recognize that, well, actually, yes, you brought me here. You say, oh, finally, you remembered. So that's okay. So don't be put off by that, is what I'm saying. When you are extending the hand and bringing other people up, don't be put off if they don't say thank you. They don't need to. You know what you're doing. Championing digital inclusion. Now, we do live in a digital world, very, very digital world. I even say to my grandchildren, this is your world, And I do find myself asking them, questions and things. But we do live in a digital world where, again, that digital knowledge and experience, that tech, we have to share that amongst our peoples and our communities. Because if we don't, there's a whole section of society that's going to get left behind. I know now everybody's talking AI. Is it good? Is it bad? AI is going to take over the world and Those of you who are old enough, because you are that young, like my children, You know, remember though, 30 years ago, if not 40 years ago, we didn't have computers. We did not have computers. We never would have thought you'd have a computer in your hand. Now we have computers in our hands. You can see a face. I remember when I first saw a face on the phone, I think it was on Star Trek. You know, beam me up, you know, they used to have, and we used to laugh, ha ha ha, look at that, but now we do that. So technology is changing, and it's changing very fast. And what we have to do is, again, enable our communities to keep up with that technology, because otherwise there will be a whole host of generation that is left out, you know? So we have to make sure that we champion that digital inclusion, including where we can, because there'll be things that we know that others don't know. I usually say to some of my women in my women's groups, we're a lot older, that we have smartphones, but we're not very smart. But everybody has a smartphone. Excuse the lady laughing there. Breaking systematic barriers. Now this is a big one, but we are able to do it by just being present. And when we are present, what I mean is being yourself, being you. Not getting into a space and then, I don't know, for example, trying to speak subri, which is what I was told one time when I went to Nigeria. They said, when you people talk, all we hear is subri, which is my Mancunian accent. But you know, I'm a Nigerian. I describe myself, I'm a Nigerian born in Britain because my parents are Nigerian, both of my parents are Nigerian. I'm Igbo. And yes, I dress like this because it's how I express myself. And expression is power, whether if it's through your voice, whether if it's through your textiles, you know, that's your fashion, whether if it's through your sports, you know, if you're into sports, whether if it's through your hair, you know, whatever it is, that's how you express yourself. And that's how you show up. You show up as you, because this is me. I have had in the past, when I was down in Westminster at a meeting, I remember a minister said to me one time, he goes, Arima, you're a northern lass. And at first I'm thinking, what does he mean? I'm a northern lass, you know. And I said, what do you mean? He goes, no, you were born up north. And I was like, oh yeah. You know, because I was born, you know, in Russia, north side, Manchester. I said, yeah, I was. So I was kind of dressed like this. And he went, so what's all this get up for? And I thought, ooh, that's what I thought. I thought, ooh, okay, get up, you know. And I'm thinking, right. So then I asked him, I said, well, your get up, what's all your get up for? And he said to me, well, this is known as power dressing, a suit. And I said, well, this is my power dressing. And he went, well, it's a bit scary. I said, well, that's what it's supposed to do. If it scares people like you, it empowers, you know, it gives me power. So this is my power dressing. You know, and I've always maintained that, because I'm thinking, this is my power dressing. This is who I am. And if I had taken on what he'd said and decided I'm not going to wear it anymore, I would just never be comfortable, you know, because this is who I am. And so and this is my expression of power. You know, it's my dress, as you heard about the head tie, when somebody saw the head tie was coming in. But we express our power in different ways. And that's how we break those systematic barriers that we go into, by being who we are, speaking our truths, speaking our lived experiences. Because most of the time, that's why we're there in those spaces. We might be the only ones, but there's a reason why you've been chosen or you've been asked to go to that meeting. And a lot of people say to me things like, oh, well, isn't it tokenistic? It might be tokenistic, because, you know, you might feel it's tokenistic because you're the only one. But guess what? As a token, you've got a voice to represent the rest of us. So you go in there and you use your voice, and that's how you break that barrier down. You break that barrier of tokenism. It doesn't exist. Not that it doesn't exist, it does exist, but you know what, don't take it on. You know, even if you go into a space and you're the only woman in there, guess what? I've been asked to be here, so I have a right to be here, and I will use my voice. And that's how we break down those barriers rather than taking on the stereotypes. And protecting the legacy of this community. It's already been said, you know, leaving a legacy. I remember, is it, you know the business, like Bez Jessoff, what is it?
Jeff Bezos.
Oh, I've got it the wrong way around. Jeff Bezos, Bez Jessoff. He once said, I forgot what he said now, what I was going to say. But he once said, you know what? Legacy and representation, it's about what people say about you after you've left the room. So that's what we should always think about. What do we want people to say after we've left the room? And you know what? Sometimes it might just be that we are that angry black woman that day. That is what I want you to remember. Because I know I've had that as well, again down in Westminster. When someone introduced me, someone wanted to know who I was. And then someone went, oh, she's just this angry black woman. And I was like, excuse me? And I went, excuse me? And I said, oh, I do believe you want to know who I am. And he went, no, I don't. I said, yes, you do, because you introduced me. He went, oh, but I don't know your name. I said, but you introduced me as an angry black woman. And he went, I went, oh. I said, that's okay. I said, because I am a woman. I am a black woman. And I said to him, by God, am I angry? I said, how dare you? You know, I said, my name is, you know. But I just thought, let me teach him a lesson. And I think that's another thing we have to do, going back to this system, you know, breaking the barriers. I think it's about teaching people. Not about getting into arguments, not about just bottling it in and walking away. And sometimes maybe that's what we have to do. We have to breathe. But if something upsets you, or you're annoyed about it, or it made you feel uncomfortable, say so. But tell the person in a way that you're teaching them. Well, you know what? Yes, I am an angry black woman, but this is why I'm angry. Because I said to him, I'm going to tell you why I'm angry. Oh, no, you don't need to. I said, no, I do. I do need to. You know, because then that makes me feel better, and that gives me power. And I feel better that I've taught somebody something. So the next time, I even said to him, next time you see a black woman, you probably ask her what's her name first, rather than just describing her as an angry black woman. Yeah. You know, and I said, yeah, pleased to meet you. You know, so I think, again, by breaking down the barriers, it's about us having conversations with people. And sometimes those conversations are difficult conversations, but they need to be had, you know. Sorry.
I was going to say, don't forget about the shooting, just to get it clear, right?
Oh, okay. And then the last one, because I've touched on it, about legacy, leaving a legacy. I usually say for myself, I've been in the Central Library at the moment in the stairwell, if you want to go and have a look at it. And yes, and I do need to point out that all of our story sort of began, you know, when a friend of ours was shot 12 times, and he did survive. He did survive. But that night, that's when gun crime became a reality in our lives. Because we were a set of people, just probably like most people, we read it in the papers, we watched it on the news, and we felt it happens to them. It happens to people like them. It doesn't happen to, doesn't happen to us. Honestly, it just was not part of our world to when that happened, and our friend was shot 12 times in front of us, and we ended up having to give first aid. When I was asked on the phone, can you check if he's alive? And I was thinking, I've only seen that on TV, you know. So there was a whole host of things that went on that night, which, again, we kind of stood up and felt, no, we're not putting up with that. We want things to change. You know, we want things to change, and things have to change, because this is my community, our community where we live, and where our children live. We're bringing up our children, and if no one's going to speak up for us, which they won't, we have to do that ourselves. We have to speak up for ourselves, for who we are, for our families, and stop being talked about. Because especially back then, Moss Side was the most talked about area, but nobody had ever come to us in Moss Side and asked us, what's it like living here? How do you feel? You know, what's it like bringing up a family? But people were telling us what it was like, and people were telling us, those people that were not even there. So it was about changing the minds and the hearts of a lot of people, but we did it gradually, bit by bit. And we continue to do that. And the thing is, all of us can do that. All of us can spread the messages of peace. All of us should be thinking about what legacy we're leaving. You know, not only for ourselves, but for I usually say for the next generation and the generation after that. Because that's what it's about. What legacy are we leaving for the next generation and the generation after that? Because guess what? Even though our parents said, that's my parents said, we are going home, we are still here. And I don't think we're going anywhere, you know. So, yeah, protect the legacy of the community. And the way we do that is we speak up, we be ourselves, we be present, yeah? Express yourselves through whatever way you can. whatever way suits you, whether it's through your voice, your fashion, your textiles, your sport, media, whatever it is that you're into. That's how you need to express yourself and use your voice, because everybody's voice is powerful and it's needed. Thank you.
That was incredible. And I believe, do we have a presentation? Professor, why have you sat down? Why did you sit down? No.
I think you got the wrong thing on the screen. You got the wrong thing.
This is where Carol presents the stuff to Professor Mabel. She's not signing. So that's her
You
session.
have to, you're going to present to her and you'll have to sign it. Yeah? Are you ready?
All right.
Okay. Let me squeeze past. Let me squeeze past. No. You're going
Do
to.
you want to christen this book?
There's
I
a
have, I have a very expensive
Bic. Bic. Can't we do better than Bic?
I am sorry about that. I thought it was going to be over.
Wait.
Right, inductee name.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, no expense spared, except for the pen. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It's not the deeds to your house. We'll fill the category in. Today, Friday, the 17th of July. Eagle Labs. Yeah.
Mary
Eagle Labs.
and somebody else, Mary and Shanice, need to leave. So what we're going to do is bring the panel
Singular.
forward, then do the keynotes if that's okay.
Yeah.
You can't finish.
I think I've got to sign it somewhere.
You'll finish. You'll finish.
Which one am I? None of that says my title. That one. I'm supposed to sign. My signature's quite fancy, you know. Who's old enough to remember Animal? No, not Johnny Morris. Who's old enough to remember Johnny Morris? Yeah? He basically was how he used to do his signature called Vision On.
Do I sign it somewhere?
Right?
Do
And
you want me to sign it?
when he mirrored Vision On and turned it on its side, it was a grasshopper.
I'm so proud.
Do you remember him doing that?
It says here, citation recognition.
Yeah, so
So it was V,
you sign.
Vision, and the big O for On. And then you mirror it.
Yeah, you can sign
The sign there.
citation. So you write whatever you're going to write.
Eyes and the grasshopper. It was brilliant. Anyway, that's how I kind of like did my signature. I wanted my signature to look great.
Can I just say absolutely?
Yeah. Yeah.
I could say nothing, couldn't I? I could have just said, well done, you did it. You really made me cry with that last one.
Yes, and Tony Hart as well.
Honestly, I want to connect with you, so don't leave until we've connected.
Johnny
I'm going to make one call.
I was thinking,
Yes,
yeah,
that's why I like this episode.
That's fine. Well, you come back.
You see?
You were brilliant.
I got to be branded all the time.
Put it on that screen now, this Oscar thing. Is that what they put it on again? Do we want that on there?
This is why is it written that one? What are you guys wanting to show?
I started following you now.
After this, we're going to do the panel. What's the screen that you have for the panel? The panel. Do you have a screen? Because that's what we're going to do after this. We're going to go and jump. There may not be one. If there's none, that's okay. Lewis, yeah. You've got to put your signature on the line there. So,
While the signatures are happening and everything, who have we got in the room? Who have we got in the room?
I feel like we're here to see a Carol Ann show now. Yeah. Are we going to see a Carol Ann show? A one-woman show. I want to see it. I want to see it. I'd buy tickets for that. I'm telling you, it's here. This is where it's happened.
Can you imagine?
I want to see her on Britain's Got Talent. I do.
Oh, well, the bossy girls
To make sure this place at 12.
We're in the
Yeah,
bossy
we're up
girls
next.
room.
I'm up for it. I'm up for it. Just
Yeah?
let me know when.
We've not had a bossy
How
girls
are you
room,
going to
right?
live at us?
Yeah, let's get bossy girls room.
Today.
Yeah, what can I do?
I'm going to pick on. Oh, well, now. Are we ready? Yeah.
Oh, please. Oh, I was having it up. I thought-
Okay, Charisma. We'll
I was
finally
being a
finish
cool
with
girl.
you, but I want to go.
Girl, I'm a young
My
person.
glamorous assistants are going to subtly bring out something for you. Da, 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 da.
Okay.
It's a thing.
It's a
that
thing.
will be unveiled in a minute. Prop it on chairs.
Yeah. How's she going to carry this then?
No, prop it on the chairs aloft.
How?
Put it on the
How will
chairs.
she do this?
There we go. But yet hold it so it does not slip.
Make sure you hold it.
Yeah? Okay. All right. Right. You're not the queen. You're not the queen, but you are our queen. All
Sorry.
right? And this was bespoke for you all the way from, is it Lagos?
Yes, all the way from Lagos, Nigeria.
All the, yes. Apparently Lagos is in Nigeria. I know my world is. Okay, so this was my idea. Yes. All right, would you like to cut it open?
Yes, whichever way you want, yes.
Not there.
Caroline.
What music do you have when you do something like this? Is it drum roll? What do we
All
do?
right,
Yeah.
then.
No, don't worry. Just do it now. Just do it now. Yeah.
Oh,
Woo!
video will do everything. Oh,
Layers.
oh,
Uh-huh.
oh. Put it neatly because I need that for Christmas.
There's a hint.
Oh,
Just pull it off.
take it off.
Pull it off. Take it off.
You'll need that packaging to get it home. There you go. Do you want
Absolutely.
to give a little bit of a synopsis of the artist?
Yes, please.
Yes, this was designed by a childhood friend of mine who's a special need. Yes, and he was.
It's incredible.
We grew up together, went to the same school, and he saw a lot of stuff that I do here in the UK, and he was like, "Who's my mentor?" And I said, "Oh, we've got something coming up with one of my mentors, and this is what we've got in mind." And it's, usually he charges for all of this, and he said, "You know what? He had to go read about you, And he brought up loads of pictures that I've not even seen. And I'm like, you're in Nigeria. I'm here, and I've not seen these pictures. And he was like, listen, that lady, Professor Arabelle, she's done a lot, so I need to really, really put a lot of work into it. I'll surprise her. And to be part of Black Tech Expo Global Hall of Fame, he's then dedicated this to us to dedicate to Professor Arabelle. And this is what the Hall of Fame will look like going forward.
Oh, wow.
Stunning. So grand. It's amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So for everything you've done for our community and individual businesses and what your voice has represented for us, this is just a little token of our heart to just say thank you for what you have done for us, and the rest of us would do our own part as well and see how we carry on that transition for the next generation. Thank you so much.
Amazing.
Yes.
It's incredible.
So he came in a plane. We have to buy a ticket for it as well.
This is fantastic. Look at that. It's real coral, man. That's incredible.
Take the paper.
Yeah, lift it.
Well, leave the black one.
Okay,
So put the black one back.
that's it. That's it. Erima, that is fantastic. It's fantastic. That is fantastic.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Look at the
Yeah,
coral and everything.
I would definitely. Yeah, he's in Lagos. He's been on crutches all his life, so we went to the very brilliant guy. He's been an artist all his life as well. This is all he knows how to do, and just him doing this just it meant a lot to me as well. And I do quite a lot of work in my community in Lagos, Nigeria, Bariga. I'm that slum boy from the ghetto, and grew up in a neighborhood whereby there was no mercy, nobody gave us chances, survival of the fittest, dog eat dog, But I'm glad from all of that, from ashes, we're here, and we're recognizing greater impact, and we hope this light carry on to shine. Not just for us, but for all our community and those of our allies as well.
Hey.
No, he's based in Bariga, Lagos, close to the University of Lagos.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's where I grew up.
Okay. Oh, brilliant. Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Incredible.
It is. It's incredible.
Yeah, so it's made out of glass bead.
Beads,
Yeah, so it's
I mean, honestly.
He had to, go to the market every day till you can find the most expensive bead and the right one as well at that.
They've got, because I was there was it Friday? They've got an art exhibition on in Central Library.
Yes.
And it's Nigerian artists.
Now?
Now. It's on now.
You need to say that.
Yes, please. Yes, I was saying in Central Library at the moment there is an art exhibition, and all the artists are female, but they're female artists from Nigeria. So they are Nigerian female artists and female artists from Salford. So they've done this collaboration thing between Lagos, Nigeria, and Salford. So I was even thinking
In Central Library.
This should be there. Yeah, Central Library, which is
Just
over
around the
there.
corner.
Yeah, so it's still on now. Go and have a look,
Wonderful.
even as you're walking back, maybe to the bus stop or wherever. Because some of the artistic work by the females from Lagos, Nigeria, it's fantastic. And I was even thinking this should go there. I know the person that set it up, so
Okay, awesome.
I'll speak to them.
Don't you want to hang it above your bed?
Is that the same place where your statue is, that library?
Yeah, yes, that. No, the thing is, even though yes, I would love to hang it in the house, but art like this,
It
I
needs
think
to be
it
shared.
Yes, exactly.
It needs to be shared.
and appreciated by everyone, and that's how we put, the artist. We put his name out there.
Yes.
That's how we put the name out there. Because the artwork in Central Library, again, all that artwork by the Nigerian women, it was flown over. They flew all that artwork over. More than likely, they're going to fly it back. So
go
This
and
is
look
good.
and
Well
appreciate.
done.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And the artist's name is Balogun Mufutau Adewale.
You're going to have to write that down.
Artist name Balogun Mufutau Adewale.
Okay.
But yeah, if you put his details up somewhere, then we can take a picture and
Yes.
follow him.
Back, but yeah.
That would be really good.
I love it. Well done.
Just to say, you're already living your solemn
You-
piece.
Yeah,
She's already
she's
passing
already
it. She's
passing.
already
You're already
doing it.
lifting others as you plan. Oh, yeah, we have to carry on.
Yes.
Because let me take this because we are. Huh?
You just, it's over to you.
Okay, so thank you.
Yeah, wherever you want us to put it.
Go put it down there.
We'll put it down for now.
Can someone come and help, Professor?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so typically we are running behind schedule, and we need to move on to the next order of the day. So, without further ado. We have spent some time hearing about individual stories of greats, like Professor Rinma Bell. We've introduced ourselves to Carol Ann and her own brilliance, but we're going to bring some more perspectives to this conversation. And our panel now, which we're moving up, know how to tell the majority that what they have said, done, or are doing is on without making it difficult for us. If you've had experience of that, what did you do?
Good question. I think that would be
Before footprints. I really dislike this. I think about footprints and I think about what we're leaving behind for people who we've not met, and that you have done so much in your short life. Can you tell me, what is it, the footprints that you're hoping to leave behind with the AI work that you're doing, with all the book and the podcast and the other spaces that you are forging? What is it you're hoping to leave behind?
So the first thing, and probably the most important thing I want to leave behind, is a legacy of safety. A safety for women, a safety for the young people as they grow up. We're in a time of like mass change. It's an industrial revolution. It's an AI industrial revolution. And we're seeing young people fall through the gaps, whether that's girls or boys. We're seeing boys being turned to the manosphere, girls now abused and more at risk because of that. Women are more abused at the moment than pre-COVID. And we're just seeing this like mass change around us, and we're also seeing young people not be able to socialise with each other because of COVID as well. And what I would love to do is bring together communities, bring people together, and also show them that like we don't have to live like this. We don't have to live where people are afraid to walk down the street. We don't have to, polarize young boys as well as they grow up. It's all about prevention and inclusion and community, and that's the legacy I want to leave. I also want to show people that to be able to have a future, you have to know your past, and you have to understand the world and nature. And I strongly believe that, like, all of this technology that we have now, how do you know how to responsibly use it if you can't even understand where things went wrong in the past and in history? So yeah, that's why. That's the legacy of it.
Thank you. Fikayo, for you. Your fashion is gorgeous. I love it. And the idea of the sustainability element of it is so, it's so necessary. That's the thing. How has your identity, your culture, your lived experience shaped your vision for what it is you're going to do? And also, especially when it comes to the fashion, has there ever been a time when you felt you needed to tame or tailor it to fit in, to sell, to be commercially viable? And how did you deal with that? Yeah, a small question, but these are real questions.
But I'll try to make sure I answer everything. They're all intertwined. So growing up, my mom was a fashion designer. She had several sewing machines she used to sew for myself and my sister. So I'll say she sort of shaped that aspect of me for fashion. And why I really started was ASU strike. Anybody who's Nigerian here knows about ASU strike. So there was ASU strike in Nigeria, and we couldn't start university, and I was just at home doing nothing. So I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna do this. So as a Nigerian, I'll say that particular incident shaped how I went into fashion designing. And again, many tailors just were not getting my designs right. I would tell them what to do, they were doing something wrong. So I thought, okay, there's a need for me to do something about this. So that's how I went into fashion. And I'll say that all of those experiences shaped me. And it was easier for me because my mom had sewing machine. So I would just go home, sew for my friends, sew for my mom. So that was how I started. And yeah, that definitely shaped me. But what changed the trajectory for me, I'll say, is moving to the UK. So when I moved here, so I started out in, doing economics. So I actually have a 9-to-5 as well. So I do 9 to 5. I also do fashion designing. I'm trying to build another business. So coming to the UK is actually what changed the trajectory for me. So the experience of just coming here and people saying, oh, so who made your outfit? And I'm like, oh, I made it. And they're like, oh, interesting. So that made me want to also bring African fashion here, because it wasn't just Nigerians asking me, it was people from every nationality. So I got like people from my MBA class modeling for me, just supporting me through it. So yeah, that was amazing. But particularly interning at a company called City of Trees, that definitely shaped me as well. So that's where I started learning about sustainable fashion. In Nigeria, what we do in fashion in Nigeria is definitely slow fashion. It's not fast fashion because we don't batch produce as much. However, it's not talked about as much, right? And when I learned about sustainability through planting trees, City of Trees in Manchester. So the goal was to plant one tree per 3 million people in Manchester. So that's when I learned about sustainability. So I'm like, oh, I want to do something about that. I want to do something related to that. So I learned about sustainable fashion, read a lot about it, found out that 92 million tons of clothing get dumped into the landfills. That's like a truckload of clothing getting dumped in the landfill every second.
Every second.
Every second. So that's a lot. I'm like, okay, I want to change this. I want to add value. I want to do something different, right? So I started changing my business model from just, of course it wasn't fast fashion, but because it was mostly tailored, ready to wear. But I started changing the model a lot more. And then when I got married, I learned that, wedding dresses, what do you do after? Because I bought 5 outfits, and I'm like, oh my God. 5? Yeah. Okay. So I'm like, what am I going to do about it?
That's very many now.
That's good. I know.
It's a big wedding.
Yeah, it was a Nigerian wedding.
Very big wedding.
So, that experience as well made me sort of change my business model, because I found that, what would I do with these outfits after? So that's when I started Bitney Bridal, where, after your wedding, we offer you a complimentary repurposing voucher. You can use it after your wedding, and we make the outfit into something else that you can wear for other occasions. So people really loved that niche. within a year, I started a year ago, we've made outfits for at least 20 brides from all over the world
Love
right
it.
now. And it's just really, it's amazing to see people tap into that. So, you know, all of those things shaped me, and then I want to now to be able to leave a legacy. I want to do that on a more global scale in terms of bridging the gap between knowledge and action. Because from the research with University of Manchester, we found that people want to be sustainable in their habits. You know, nobody just wants to buy one clothes and dispose it within a year, because that's what's happening right now. They want to find a way to repair, but maybe they are just struggling to find where to repair easily, how to do it. So this digital solution would, you know, utilize AI, different, you know, technologies to just make it easy for you to find out to repair. Think about it like Uber or Amazon for fashion, or for like repairing your clothes, where we connect you to somebody that can help you pick it up from your house, fix it for you, take it back. Because if you wear your clothes for 9 months longer, like I said earlier, you can reduce the weight.
That was my mom. So she brought us to the UK, our 4 siblings. She brought us to the UK in 2002. We were very young then. And I grew up in Moorside. Yes, and so I experienced everything that was going on that time and all. But she made sure, she was a single mom that time as well. And she made sure that our life does not reflect our environment. You know, just because you're in Moorside doesn't mean you have to live a life that, you know, you're not doing well enough. You know, so my mom is the next person. But apart from standing up with shoulders, I also made an intentional decision that I need to be someone in life as well. So that opened up opportunities for me. Because all of us, we have people around us that we can stand on their shoulders, but if we're not willing to accept those help and opportunities, it's not going to work.
Thank you. Yes, snaps. Snaps.
Right, so God, my mom, and people around me. I went to Ducey High School. And it was one of the worst schools in Manchester. bad, you know, whatever. But then it was changed. Yes, yes, it was changed. Building was changed, uniform was changed. I was one of the ambassadors there. And I wasn't shy. I wasn't shy about being an ambassador for a bad school, because I wanted to make a change as well. So as much as I had people that I was standing on their shoulders, I also want to be someone that people can stand on my shoulder. Yeah, so I left there, and then every point, my teachers then would say, because I was willing, they were so open to help me. They were also my shoulder as I stood up. University, but then now my older age is back home. I moved back to Nigeria in 2013. I was falling in love. So I went back, and because I couldn't find a job as well. Nigeria, I'm a big shot. You're from England, so they'll take you. Yeah, it wasn't like that. It wasn't. And then I met someone in Abuja, my first ever mentor when it comes to job. And she met a cartoon, God's rest her soul. She passed away last year, and she took me. Everything I like now. I have an empowerment company for women. The fire was in me already, but she brought out the fire in me on everything I know. Whatever you see me do, how I walk, how I dress, how I speak, the fire is from her. She saw that and she trained me. And I don't think I'm over her death just yet. But, so she was another person that, you know, I stood on her shoulder. She connected the right people. Then moving forward, so there's people in this room as well, by the way. So I left my employment 2 years ago to start my management consulting firm. And I have no regrets. I'm not going back to employment. And I did a research in my organization about workplace culture, and I didn't know the future of it, but we wrote a white paper report, and we shared it out to people that we did research with, and Wayne right there, went to my email and said, oh my God, Mary, there is something here. We need to do something. And from there, 6 months later, at our first ever event, bringing the biggest of people in the room. Ngozi was in the room. Caroline was in the room. Like, the amazing people in Manchester, like, oh my God, this small girl of Manchester. I don't know what I was doing, but they were able to help me shape my thoughts, my mind. Till now, we're still working together. Till now, I'm connecting to the right people. Till now, I'm just like, OMG. I would never have thought that would happen to me. So, but for me, it's as much as it's good to have people to stand on their shoulder, and I said it before, it's so much important that you are open. I said this, closed mouths don't get fed.
I love
one
that.
of my amazing statement I make to my women community everywhere. You have to be, say what you need. Talk to people. And also, it's not about just taking. What are you giving back? What impact are you making? And this is why through my CIC Made for More, I said, I'm a connector, I'm resourceful. Whatever you need, if you ask me, I may not have it because I'm not God, but I promise you I know someone that knows someone that would have it. You know, so it's not just me standing up for shoulders. What am I also giving away? How am I paying it forward? How am I giving back? How am I making impact? So it's a 360 round thing. Stand up for shoulder, but don't stay there. How do you pay that forward? How can you become someone's shoulders as well? So
Thank you.
it, yeah.
Oh my God. Listen, if the world would be such a much better place if we were all to follow the footsteps and the behaviours of you four incredible women. So for me, Manchester's future is secure, knowing this is who is coming up behind us. So thank you. Thank you very much. I believe I've got you off sort of on time, Shanice. Thank you. Okay. Please thank my panelists. Thank you.